If the IRS lied to you about owing back taxes to see if they could pressure you into agreeing with them, would you support that practice? Are you shaking your head no? Then why do we allow the police to lie to suspects to pressure them into admitting to a crime they might have not even committed? Although a dirty trick, the practice has been upheld by the Supreme Court since the 1969 case of Frazier v. Cupp, and the results haven't been great. Since 1989, there have been more than 450 known cases of wrongful convictions involving false confessions. Many of these stem from police officers lying to suspects. The first state to stop this practice was Illinois, but since then others have jumped on board. In the last several years, 10 states have prohibited lying to juveniles. Massachusetts is looking to be number 11, with House Bill 1847, titled An Act Preventing False Confessions. According to the bill, any statement obtained from a juvenile by a law enforcement officer using deception, quote, shall be presumed to be involuntary. It goes on to say that, quote, any such statement and any evidence that flows from that statement shall be presumed inadmissible. The bill's sponsor is Representative Lipper-Garabedian, and she believes that barring cops from lying to suspects is a reform that's long overdue. So how widespread is the problem of police lying to suspects? Well, only about 1 in 10 officers claim that they never use deception. That's a lot of lies, a lot of suspects, and a lot of potentially false confessions. Allowing cops to lie isn't something that's widely accepted around the world. According to Stephen A. Drizzen, Director Emeritus of the Center on Wrongful Convictions, such tactics are not allowed in many other countries in Europe, including the UK, and it does not appear to have hurt their conviction rates. And just because children are more susceptible to falsely confessing due to social pressure from police officers, it doesn't mean that adults are immune. As Representative Lipper-Garabedian notes, 2/3 of all known false confessions nationwide were given by adults over the age of 18. There are many adults who would fall prey to these tactics, like those who aren't fluent in English, have cognitive impairments, mental illness, or are in emotionally distressing situations. Think innocent people wouldn't confess, or that if they did, the criminal justice system would figure it out before they were convicted? You'd be wrong. A 2006 UK study found that fingerprint examiners who re-examined fingerprints after being told that a particular suspect had confessed became more likely to change their analysis to point to the confessor. And the real-life consequences of police lying to obtain a confession have been disastrous. Here's a couple of examples from Massachusetts. Victor Rosario spent more than 30 years behind bars for a crime he didn't commit. He was eventually exonerated. Rosario had only confessed to arson and murder after an 8-hour interrogation, during which he was delirious from alcohol withdrawal. And let's not forget about 16-year-old Najah Turong. Her baby had been dead for 27 hours when police officers began interrogating her. They claimed to have evidence that her baby was smothered. Officers even suggested that she confessed to killing the baby, as it would make things easier for her and ensure that she got minimal punishment. But it wasn't true. The medical examiner hadn't yet determined the cause of death. Moreover, police can't promise outcomes on cases. Although she had repeatedly denied harming her baby, she confessed. She spent nearly 3 years in jail before her confession was thrown out after a judge deemed it was coerced. If you lie to the police, it's obstruction of justice. But if they lie to you, it's in the name of justice? This paradox isn't just mind-boggling, it's bad policy. Let's stop this travesty. Voice your support for Massachusetts Bill 1847. It's just one of 6,000 bills that were introduced last year, and this legislation needs your help to make it a law. Call or email today and let your representatives know that cops shouldn't lie. For more information on wrongful convictions, visit theinnocenceproject.com.